let me show you Kitaria Fables. Totally clipped the sausage. Whoa. Batman. Are you performing vasectomies? Kit like kitten? Yes, like kitten. Alright. So we're actually a few days in. So we're in day 6. Alright, so this is your house. So the main village you live in is Paw Village. So your bed, this is where you save. This is where you customize your cat. So you can be a different type of cat. You can be a whole variety of these. Some of these... yes, yes, please do go. Yeah, so so some of these, like the Noir Kitty, is from the Deluxe Edition. I believe the game is on sale until tomorrow/tonight, and the difference between the regular edition price and the Deluxe Edition price is not that much. So those are like all the cats you can be. These are like a couple of like hats you can get for cosmetics. The hat I'm wearing is from a chest, and then you can like have wings. Basically, a bunch of the wings, these free hats, and a couple of the things like the blue, the Sakura, the Bengal, and I believe the Noir Cat are all from the Deluxe Edition, like, bundle. So you actually have spells and different stuff. So hold on, first of all, this is not Pokemon Sword and Shield by a long shot. So let me show you some things. So this is your farm. So the interesting thing about your farm, so you do have a selling box, like most games, and so I currently have some carrots in there that I can sell. So you can like choose a bunch of different crops to grow. As you see, I got some crops going right now. I'm only on day 6, so it's like I'm still not super far into the game. So on your farm, you have a chest. You can store some stuff. So like when you're not using your watering can, you just store it in here. I'll show you a couple different abilities. So you had just kind of like a basic attack. The nice thing is there's different weapons you can use. So this is like your sword ability. It's kind of like a lunge, kind of like aerial dashing. You got a fireball you can use. You got like frost magic. Hold on, I'll show you in a second. Yeah, so you can like freeze them. This one, it actually... I don't have any mana. Hold on, let me recharge my mana up really quickly so I can show you the ability. So when you hit them with your normal attack, you recharge your mana. So what you notice is under the bar that says 40 to 40, is like... Oh yeah, there's a huge storyline that revolves around like a bunch of stuff like magic too. So this will damage and pull them closer to you, so you can just do like crazy combos like that. And like, if you're in a sticky situation where you're low on HP, you can just back them up, freeze them, and then boom, just nuke them with fire. And if you think that's crazy, so you have your basic sword ability, you have your basic bow ability, and then you should see, I'll show you in a second, a variety of different spells you can learn. Like, I need people to like know about this game because it's amazing. And I feel like not enough people do. Alright, let me show you the bear. So this is Shamrock. So you can take a bunch of materials that you'll find throughout playing the game and use them to get new swords. You can get bows. I don't have a bow yet. I'm saving up. I need a piece of wood to get a bow. You can upgrade your, like, you know, your utensils, your watering can and all that. Them. You can craft ingots and keys and stuff like that. The keys will open certain chests throughout the world. This is Timmy. Timmy is one of my favorite. You can buy things like eggs, flour. So what's interesting is wheat and corn. These are things you grow. So sometimes you don't want to sell every crop you have. You want to keep them for bartering for things. And then this is a store you unlock a little bit around day 4 or 5, I believe. So some enemies will drop vengeful stones, which will give you these spheres, which you'll need, and I'll show you and explain what. This is Miss Apple. Miss Apple, the more quests you do, the better food you unlock. So, for example, you notice how the only way to get flour was by growing wheat and having wheat and money. So then we can combine the flour we get from Timmy to Mrs. Apple to make a delicious apple pie, along with 2 apples. So it's kind of like, in a sense, a barter system along with a selling system mixed into one. So it's really cool. So this is Kiki's stall where you can buy a bunch of crops. So this is Kiki. Kiki's a little bunny rabbit. So yeah, this is Timmy. And this is Miss Apple. And then Rose doesn't really have anything that I can like interact with them on. They basically talk about how they live with Ms. Apple. Potentially, I haven't gotten far enough to knowing stuff. So this is Chief Oliver. He's the chief of the town. So this is, so we live in Poton. So there's a huge map. And if you're wondering, like, I was confused when someone said there's not that much to do in this game. That's where they're wrong. There's a lot to do in this game. I've played this game for a long time and I've barely scratched the surface, and I'm on day 6. I'm loving every second of it. It's a big map, and there's a big storyline around it, and it's a really fun storyline. So along the way, you'll find like different little teleporters. So what we are, the basic rundown is we are a warrior that's from the capital that was sent to Paw Village. Here we are in Paw Village. These river guards. So apparently, I'm not going to spoil much more of it, but those river guards are from the capital as well. And basically, it's basically in a sense the story is there's like a calamity kind of thing. So you'll find like monsters along the way. You can just like attack them. The melee range has a very small range in a sense, so you want to get really close if you're going to melee. You can also lock onto targets, and then, for example, just use your magic on them also. And then also, like what we noticed before, is actually what these drop. The mucus is involved in crafting like a bunch of different components and stuff like that. So, give me 1 second. Checking with someone on something. So there's a whole variety of different enemies actually. There's one over there that you see. So this is kind of your inventory. You can have some pinned items. This is your quest log. A bunch of completed quests. So as you can see, some are more aggressive than others. And you will take damage, but luckily, from people like Mrs. Apple, you can make amazing things like croissants and voila. HP restored, and then this enemy drops a specific thing called a vine, which you will actually use to help you craft bow. Animal Crossing Chocobo Warriors. Yeah, so here is the polar bear, the sage albie as I call them. So notice the spear shop earlier. So when you use the spears on the magic cauldron, you'll learn new spells. So it's more or less in a sense, the more work you put in, the better spells you'll get. So there's a huge array of spells actually. So you got a fireball, flame vortex, searing crown, crimson meteor, which I really want to get. Ice diver, frost wave, frost nova, frost vortex, and blizzard. Grass and gale, tornado, howling wind, healing wind, eye of the storm. Earth Shield, Common Strike, Earth Blade, Seismic Impact, Heaven's Drive, just a bunch of cool spells. You can kind of move your spells around, which ones you're using. This is the Sage Albie, who is basically just kind of a mage from the university. This is just kind of their little shack near the town.